The quantum wave detector's alarm pierced the silence of Mauna Kea Observatory at 3:47 a.m. Hawaiian time. Dr. Naomi Patel jerked awake in her office chair, the half-empty coffee mug on her desk long since gone cold. The detector had never activated before. It was her pet project, designed to search for theoretical quantum fluctuations in deep space that might indicate advanced technological civilizations. Through bleary eyes, she studied the incoming data stream. The signal originated from somewhere near the Kuiper belt, displaying patterns far too ordered to be natural phenomenon. Her hands trembled as she initiated the verification protocols she designed but never expected to use. "This can't be right," she muttered, running the analysis for the third time. The quantum signatures showed signs of artificial manipulation at a level far beyond human capability. More concerning was their trajectory. They were heading directly toward Earth. Within hours, observatories worldwide began detecting similar anomalies. The scientific community erupted with theories, but Naomi knew the truth: someone out there had mastered quantum mechanics at a fundamental level, and they were coming to visit. Defense agencies worldwide mobilized as the signals grew stronger. In Washington, Pentagon officials huddled around displays showing the approaching quantum distortions. At the UN, emergency sessions convened to discuss humanity's response to what was clearly an impending first contact scenario. Naomi found herself rushed to a secure facility beneath the Rocky Mountains, joined by other leading quantum physicists and xenobiologists. They worked around the clock, analyzing the increasingly complex patterns embedded in the quantum signals. "Look at this structure," she explained to General Marcus Rivera, pointing to a holographic representation. "These aren't just random fluctuations, they're a language. They're trying to communicate." The general frowned at the swirling patterns. "Can you decode it?" "We're trying, but their method of quantum manipulation is unlike anything we've theorized. It's as if they've found a way to speak through the fabric of reality itself." The breakthrough came 72 hours later. Dr. Heinrich Weber, a brilliant but eccentric quantum linguist, recognized similarities between the alien quantum patterns and human brainwave activity during deep meditation. "They're not just sending signals," he announced to the assembled team. "They're transmitting thoughts, emotions, concepts, pure consciousness encoded in quantum states." Before they could fully process this revelation, the first ships appeared. They materialized simultaneously in high orbit around Earth, massive vessels that seemed to phase in and out of reality itself. Their hulls rippled like liquid mercury, defying conventional physics as they maintained perfect geometric formations above every major population center. The global response was surprisingly measured. Perhaps humanity had been prepared by decades of science fiction, or maybe the aliens' method of arrival, beautiful and awe-inspiring rather than threatening, helped calm initial fears. The vessels made no aggressive moves, continuing to broadcast their quantum signals. Working with Weber's breakthrough, Naomi's team finally managed to establish rudimentary communication. The visitors called themselves the Meridians, a civilization that had evolved beyond physical form into beings of pure quantum consciousness. They had detected humanity's first crude attempts at quantum computing and come to investigate. But their interest wasn't purely scientific. Through their quantum communications, the Meridians revealed that humanity possessed something unique, a natural ability to generate quantum uncertainty through consciousness alone. While the Meridians had achieved mastery over quantum mechanics through technology, humans unconsciously affected quantum systems simply by observing them. "They're saying we're special," Naomi explained to the UN Security Council via secure video link. "Our consciousness naturally creates quantum fluctuations that they can only achieve artificially. They believe this might be the key to solving a crisis their civilization faces." The Meridians' perfect mastery of quantum mechanics had come at a cost. Their civilization was reaching a plateau, unable to progress further without introducing the element of uncertainty that human consciousness naturally generated. They proposed an exchange: they would share their quantum technology if humanity would help them understand the chaotic nature of organic consciousness. As Naomi studied the technical data the meridians provided, she began to grasp the immense implications. Humanity wasn't just making first contact, we were about to become partners in the next stage of cosmic evolution. The question wasn't whether humanity would join the galactic community, but how our unique qualities would transform it. In her private moments, examining the intricate quantum patterns the meridians used to communicate, Naomi felt a profound sense of anticipation. Humanity's greatest gift to the cosmos might not be our technology or our culture, but the very chaos of our consciousness, the beautiful uncertainty that made us uniquely human. Commander Jackson Drake stood at the viewport of the International Defense Station, watching the Meridian vessels shimmer in Earth's orbit. 6 months had passed since first contact, and humanity's military leaders still couldn't decide if they were dealing with saviors or conquerors. The Meridians' quantum technology had revolutionized human understanding of physics, but their interest in human consciousness remained unsettling. "Sir, we've detected anomalies in Test Chamber 3, Lieutenant Olivia Ramon reported, her dark eyes fixed on the holographic display. The chamber housed one of several prototype quantum interfaces, hybrid devices combining Meridian technology with human neural patterns. Drake made his way to the testing area, where Dr. Raj Mehta supervised the latest experiments. The chamber's walls rippled with quantum distortions, responding to the thoughts of the test subject inside. Technical Sergeant David O'Connor lay in the interface chair, his mind connected to the quantum matrix. His neural patterns are creating unprecedented quantum fluctuations, Raj explained, gesturing to the readings. The meridians were right, human consciousness naturally generates variations they can only achieve through complex technology. The implications were staggering. While the meridians had perfected quantum manipulation through technological means, humans could achieve similar effects through thought alone. Each test subject demonstrated unique quantum signatures, creating patterns that fascinated their alien visitors. But success brought complications. Several test subjects reported strange experiences, shared dreams, momentary glimpses of possible futures, and spontaneous quantum entanglement between minds. The Meridians observed these developments with what seemed like growing concern. "They're hiding something," Drake confided to his executive officer, Commander Yuki Yamamoto, during their daily briefing. "Every breakthrough we make causes them to adjust their orbital positions, like they're preparing for something." Yuki nodded, pulling up footage of recent Meridian ship movements. Their perfect geometric formations are showing subtle variations. Almost like they're being influenced by our quantum experiments. The breakthrough, or catastrophe, depending on perspective, came during Test Series 7. O'Connor, now the program's most experienced quantum interface operator, achieved direct mental contact with a Meridian ship. The vessel's quantum field synchronized with his consciousness, creating a feedback loop that briefly allowed him to access their network. "They're scared," he reported afterward, his voice shaking. "Their civilization is dying." Perfect quantum control led to perfect predictability. "They've lost the ability to evolve, to create anything truly new. They need our chaos to survive." Drake immediately ordered heightened security measures, but the Meridians made no aggressive moves. Instead, they transmitted a vast database of information, the history of other species who had mastered quantum mechanics. Each civilization had followed a similar path, technological perfection leading to stagnation, then extinction. The Meridians had recognized the pattern and sought a solution, leading them to Earth. Human consciousness, with its inherent uncertainty and creativity, might offer a way to break the cycle. But there was a catch: the process of integrating human quantum chaos into their systems could destabilize both species. "We're establishing a new protocol," Drake announced to his assembled staff. "Project Resonance, controlled quantum integration between human operators and Meridian technology. We'll proceed carefully, monitoring both sides for signs of instability." The first trials exceeded all expectations. Human operators learned to generate specific quantum patterns, while Meridian systems began showing signs of adaptation and evolution. The rigid geometric formations of their ships developed subtle variations, reflecting the influence of human consciousness. But in his private logs, Drake recorded growing concerns. The quantum integration was proceeding faster than anyone had anticipated. Meridian technology became more organic, while human quantum patterns grew more structured. The boundary between species was beginning to blur. "We're not just learning to use their technology," O'Connor explained during a debriefing. "We're teaching them how to dream again. And they're teaching us how to shape reality itself." As Drake reviewed the latest test results, he realized humanity had reached a crossroads. The Resonance Protocol wasn't just a military project, it was the beginning of something far more profound. The question wasn't whether humanity would survive contact with the Meridians, but whether either species would remain unchanged by the encounter. In orbit, the Meridian ships continued their dance, their once perfect formations now flowing with new patterns, a visible symbol of the transformation beginning to unfold. Humanity's chaotic consciousness was reshaping the galaxy's most advanced civilization, while their quantum mastery was awakening capabilities humans had never imagined possible. Dr. Ryota Tanaka's quantum laboratory beneath Mount Fuji hummed with potential. The massive underground facility, jointly funded by the Global Science Initiative, housed the most advanced hybrid technology ever created. Banks of quantum processors lined the walls, their crystalline structures pulsing with patterns that mimicked human brainwaves. "The breakthrough came when we stopped trying to control quantum uncertainty," Ryota explained to Dr. Sofia Rossi, the Italian consciousness expert who had just joined his team. "Instead, we learned to amplify it, to harness the natural quantum chaos generated by human minds." The central chamber contained their greatest achievement, the Neural Quantum Interface Matrix, or NQM. Unlike earlier crude attempts at merging human consciousness with meridian technology, the NQM created a true synthesis, allowing human operators to navigate quantum realms while maintaining their unique cognitive patterns. Sophia studied the latest test results with growing excitement. "These readings are extraordinary. The quantum fields aren't just responding to human consciousness, they're evolving, creating new patterns we've never seen before." Their first breakthrough volunteer, Dr. Aisha Hassan, had discovered she could generate quantum effects that even the Meridians found impossible. Her consciousness, filtered through the NQM, produced harmonics in the quantum field that seemed to resonate with the fundamental structure of reality itself. "It's like learning a new sense," Aisha described during her debriefing. "I'm not just observing quantum states, I'm feeling them, shaping them, understanding them in ways that transcend normal physics." The Meridians observed these developments with what could only be described as excitement. Their quantum transmissions pulsed with new frequencies that their linguists interpreted as wonder and anticipation. They had achieved perfect control over quantum mechanics through technology, but human consciousness offered something entirely different, creative chaos that could birth new possibilities. But success brought unexpected consequences. The quantum harmonics generated by human operators began affecting wider areas, creating zones where reality itself became more fluid, more responsive to consciousness. The effect was subtle at first, small objects moving without being touched, shared dreams between nearby sleepers, moments when probability itself seemed to shift. "We're changing something fundamental," Ryota confided to Sophia late one night, as they reviewed the growing data streams. "Not just our technology or our understanding, but the very way consciousness interacts with reality." The Meridians confirmed his suspicions, sharing data about similar phenomena observed in their own history. They had encountered other species who achieved quantum manipulation through technology, but humans were unique, natural quantum resonators whose consciousness could affect reality without technological assistance. Progress accelerated as more volunteers joined the program. Each human operator developed their own unique quantum signature, creating harmonics that interacted in unexpected ways. The NQM evolved alongside them, its crystalline structures reorganizing themselves to better channel human thought patterns. Then came the incident that changed everything. During a routine test, Aisha's consciousness synchronized with a meridian quantum field in an entirely new way. For a brief moment, she experienced existence as they did, as beings of pure quantum probability, unfettered by physical form. "They're not just teaching us about quantum mechanics," she reported, her voice trembling with awe. "They're showing us what we might become. But they're also learning from us, rediscovering the creativity they lost in their pursuit of perfection." The implications stunned the scientific community. Humanity wasn't just making technological progress, we were approaching an evolutionary threshold. The Meridians had reached out not to conquer or enlighten, but because they recognized in human consciousness the key to their own continued evolution. Ryota spent long hours in his private lab, studying the intricate quantum dance between human and Meridian consciousness. The patterns were becoming more complex, more beautiful, a symphony of possibility where chaos and order enhanced rather than opposed each other. "We're not just creating new technology," he explained to the Global Science Council. "We're discovering a new way for consciousness to exist in the universe." The Meridians achieved perfect quantum control but lost their ability to create truly new patterns. "We create quantum chaos naturally but lack the ability to direct it. Together, we're becoming something unprecedented." As if to illustrate his point, the quantum fields throughout the facility pulsed with new harmonics, human consciousness and Meridian technology singing together in frequencies that reshaped the boundaries of what both species had thought possible. Ambassador Lena Ivanova stood before the quantum communication array, her mind linked to the hybrid interface that allowed direct consciousness-to-consciousness dialogue with the Meridians. The massive chamber, located in the newly constructed Quantum Diplomatic Center in Geneva, hummed with the combined resonance of human and alien technology. "We need to address the spreading quantum anomalies," she projected into the interface, her thoughts translated into pure quantum states. The response came not in words but in patterns of possibility, showing regions where reality had become increasingly responsive to conscious intention. The last 3 months had seen exponential growth in what researchers called consciousness bleed, areas where human quantum manipulation had begun affecting the physical world in unexpected ways. In Rio de Janeiro, a young girl's dreams had briefly manifested as visible light shows. In Mumbai, a meditation group had inadvertently created a zone where probability itself seemed to flow like water. Dr. Benjamin Okonjo, head of the Global Quantum Monitoring Initiative, presented the latest findings to the assembled diplomatic corps. The integration of human consciousness with Meridian quantum technology is accelerating faster than predicted. "We're approaching what they call the consciousness threshold sooner than anyone anticipated." The Meridians have been forthcoming about this possibility. As human mastery of quantum manipulation grew, our natural ability to affect reality through consciousness would amplify. The process couldn't be stopped, only guided. "Show me the latest convergence data," Lena requested. The holographic display filled with swirling patterns representing the growing synchronization between human and Meridian quantum fields. What had started as simple resonance was becoming a true merger of capabilities. The breakthrough came during a joint consciousness experiment in the Sahara Quantum Research Facility. Dr. Fatima Rahman, working with a team of human quantum operators and Meridian observers, discovered that the combination of human creativity and Meridian precision could achieve effects neither species could manage alone. "It's like teaching them to dance," Fatima explained during the diplomatic briefing. "They have perfect technical mastery, but we show them how to improvise, how to create new patterns. In return, they're teaching us how to direct our natural quantum abilities with unprecedented precision." The implications extended far beyond technology. As human consciousness learned to manipulate quantum states more effectively, the Meridians showed signs of rediscovering their own capacity for uncertainty and creativity. Their ships, once locked in perfect geometric formations, now moved in fluid patterns that reflected this growing synthesis. But challenges remained. Conservative factions on Earth feared the rapid pace of change, while some Meridian groups worried about losing their hard-won perfection to human chaos. Lena spent countless hours in quantum communion with both sides, seeking a path forward that honored both species' nature. "We're not losing ourselves," she assured the UN Security Council. "We're growing into something more." The meridians didn't come here to change us or be changed, they came because evolution requires both chaos and order, both creativity and precision. The evidence supported her words. In quantum laboratories worldwide, human operators working with meridian technology demonstrated abilities that defied conventional physics. They could manipulate probability, generate new quantum states, even briefly step outside normal spacetime. Meanwhile, meridian systems exposed to human consciousness showed unprecedented adaptability and innovation. Dr. Okonjo's team made another critical discovery: the quantum fields generated by human meridian cooperation were beginning to resonate with something deeper. Ancient quantum signatures, similar to those the meridians had detected around other stars, suggested this convergence had happened before. "We're not the first to attempt this merger," Lena explained to her diplomatic staff. "But we might be the first to get it right. Previous species tried to eliminate either chaos or order. We're learning to balance both." The turning point came during a global quantum synchronization test. For one brief moment, every human quantum operator and meridian consciousness node aligned in perfect harmony. The resulting quantum field rippled through spacetime itself, generating patterns that suggested possibilities beyond either species' imagination. In that moment, Lena understood what the meridians had truly been seeking. Not just a solution to their own stagnation, but a way to transcend the limitations both species faced. Human consciousness, with its inherent uncertainty, combined with meridian quantum mastery, could open doors to levels of existence neither had imagined possible. As she prepared for another quantum communion session, Lena reflected on the journey ahead. The merger of human and meridian capabilities wasn't just changing both species, it was rewriting the rules of reality itself. The question was no longer whether they would transform, but what they would become. The quantum storm swirled around the joint human meridian expedition fleet, reality itself bending as they approached the ancient quantum structure. Professor Rafael Duarte, leading the scientific team aboard the flagship Quantum Horizon, watched in awe as the massive crystalline formation pulsed with energies that defied conventional physics. "The readings are off the scale," Dr. Zara Patel announced from her station, where hybrid quantum interfaces translated vast streams of data. "These structures aren't just artificial, they're alive, or at least they were. They're responding to our presence." The expedition had launched after discovering similar quantum signatures throughout the galaxy, remnants of civilizations that had reached the consciousness threshold and transformed themselves into something beyond physical form. But unlike those ancient species, who had approached the threshold through pure order or pure chaos, humanity and the meridians were attempting something unprecedented, a synthesis of both. "Multiple resonance patterns detected," announced quantum specialist Jun Wang. "The structure is synchronizing with both human and meridian quantum fields simultaneously." The massive crystal array before them shimmered with new energy, its ancient patterns adapting to the unique harmony of the combined fleet. The meridian ships, their once rigid forms now flowing with organic grace, moved into formation around the human vessels. Their quantum fields pulsed in complex patterns that the human crew could now understand intuitively, thanks to months of deep integration between the two species' consciousness. Inside the Quantum Horizons meditation chamber, a team of human quantum operators led by Dr. Nina Volkov maintained the delicate balance between chaos and order that allowed the expedition to function. Their consciousness, enhanced by meridian technology but maintaining its essential human uncertainty, created quantum harmonics that neither species could achieve alone. "We're receiving a transmission," Zara reported suddenly. "But it's different. Not meridian, not human. Something else entirely." The ancient structure pulsed with patterns that spoke directly to both human and meridian consciousness, sharing knowledge that transcended normal spacetime. Through the quantum interface, Raphael experienced fragments of history spanning millions of years. He saw civilizations rise and fall, each approaching the consciousness threshold in their own way. Some achieved perfect order like the meridians, others embraced pure chaos, but none had found the balance needed to truly transcend. "They left this for us," Nina realized, her consciousness merged with the quantum field. All of them, every species that reached this point. They knew eventually someone would find the right combination. The structure wasn't just a remnant, it was a gateway, waiting for beings who could harmonize order and chaos. The Meridians shared their own revelation through the quantum network. Their search for humanity hadn't been random, subtle quantum echoes had guided them to Earth, where consciousness naturally generated the uncertainty they had sacrificed for perfect control. Together, the two species had what neither could achieve alone. As the expedition studied the ancient structure, more of its secrets became clear. The crystalline formation wasn't just a single installation but part of a vast network spanning the galaxy. Each node contained the accumulated knowledge and experience of species that had approached transcendence, preserved in quantum states that could only be accessed by minds capable of understanding both order and chaos. "It's time," Raphael announced to the assembled fleet. The months of preparation, of gradually increasing integration between human and Meridian consciousness, had led to this moment. The ancient structure had shown them the path forward, not to abandon their native forms, but to evolve them into something that could exist in multiple states simultaneously. The transformation began slowly, rippling through both human and Meridian vessels. Physical forms remained but became more fluid, more responsive to consciousness. Quantum fields that had been carefully contained now flowed freely, guided by the combined wisdom of both species. Reality itself seemed to flex and shift around them, revealing new dimensions of existence. Nina's quantum team registered the changes first, their enhanced consciousness perceiving the subtle shifts in the fabric of spacetime. "We're not just changing ourselves," she reported, her voice filled with wonder. "We're changing how consciousness interacts with reality itself." The ancient structure pulsed with approval, its quantum patterns synchronizing perfectly with the transformed fleet. Through the quantum network, Raphael felt the presence of others, not just the Meridians, but echoes of all the species that had come before, their knowledge and experience preserved in the crystal matrix. This isn't an ending, he realized, sharing the insight through the quantum field. It's a beginning. We're not just transcending our original forms, we're becoming custodians of consciousness itself. The combined human Meridian civilization would not fade into pure energy or ascend to some higher plane. Instead, they would remain as bridges, helping future species navigate their own paths to transcendence. As the transformation completed, the expedition members found themselves changed yet familiar. Their consciousness could now exist across multiple quantum states simultaneously, while their physical forms remained as anchors in normal spacetime. They had achieved what countless civilizations had sought, true harmony between chaos and order, between physical form and pure consciousness. The ancient structure, its purpose fulfilled, began to pulse with new patterns. Through the quantum network, Raphael understood its final message: the next phase of cosmic evolution had begun, and humanity's gift for creative chaos, combined with Meridian precision, would guide it. The gateway was open, and the universe itself waited to be reshaped by minds that could dream in quantum possibilities.